We turn our attention now to the Middle East, where a general strike is taking place in Israel after protest over what is seen as the government's failure to secure the release of hostages held by Hamas. Hundreds of thousands of Israelis took to the streets to demand a ceasefire. This is believed to be the largest demonstration since the start of the war 11 months ago. Businesses, schools and transport across Israel are being affected by the general strike. We'll have more in this report.
Tens of thousands of Israelis have hit the streets, calling for a ceasefire deal. Israel's main labor union called for a strike after 6 more captives were found dead in Gaza. This comes after Israel Defense Force spokesman Daniel Hagari said in a press briefing on Sunday that its forces on Saturday recovered the bodies of 6 hostages in an underground tunnel in the Rafah area, southern Gaza. Scuffles between the protesters and security forces were reported on Sunday night in one of the largest anti-government demonstrations in Israel since the Gaza war began nearly 11 months ago. The protesters chanted and demanded that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reach a ceasefire with the Palestinian group Hamas to bring the remaining captives home. Many Israelis blocked roads in Tel Aviv and demonstrated outside Netanyahu's office in West Jerusalem. Holding up banners and photos of hostages and chanting slogans, the protesters in front of the Israeli Parliament building in West Jerusalem asked the Israeli government to take action and reach agreements with Hamas. This comes as the latest round of ceasefire negotiations in the Gaza Strip, which resumed in mid-August, once again reached a deadlock. Many protesters believe these are intentional obstructions by certain people, including Israel Prime Minister, who are preventing the conclusion of a ceasefire agreement. Despite the uncertainties, protesters still hope there will be progress in the ceasefire negotiations. In another development, a polio vaccination campaign kicked off in the Gaza Strip on Sunday, as over 2 million people in the Palestinian enclave are still grappling with a severe humanitarian crisis due to the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas. The campaign started in central Gaza. The second phase is scheduled for September 5th in Khan Yunis in southern Gaza, with northern Gaza set to be covered on September 9. The Palestinian Health Ministry, in collaboration with the World Health Organization, the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine, Refugees in the Near East, and the United Nations Children's Fund, has established vaccination centers and hospitals, clinics, schools and shelters. The United Nations says it delivered 1.2 million doses of the oral polio vaccine, targeting approximately 640,000 children. Each child from birth to 10 years old is to receive 2 doses. Fixed vaccination sites will operate constantly, while mobile ones will be set up based on the population density of specific areas. Hamas has agreed to pause Gaza fighting for the vaccination to take place. However, Israel has refused to implement a complete ceasefire, confirming only a humanitarian corridor for vaccination personnel and designated safe areas for vaccine administration during certain hours. Reports say Israel continued its airstrike on Gaza on Sunday, as some residents in Gaza did not dare to go to the vaccination sites until they were safe.